What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Sensei Glove, the bald head black anime nerd, back with my review of One Piece manga chapter 952, Hiyori and Kawamatsu. And as this seemed to be a Zoro-ass chapter, I thought it'd be only fitting if I brought out Shisui on them niggas, you feel me? It was a really good chapter. I fucked with it because I'm a super Zoro fanboy. I had high expectations that we were gonna get kind of more of a backstory with the Kaido and Big Mom situation with, like, you know, kind of the Rocks Pirates things, but we didn't. But we did get some more of, you know, Kaido and Big Mom, just a little bit, enough to hold me over if I'm being realistic. So I fucks with that. Chapter starts out with Zoro, so we pick up a day later, and that's kind of funny because in my mind I'm like, damn, so fucking Kaido and Big Mom been fighting for a day, like, oh shit, you know what I mean? So a day later, Zoro's back at the bridge, the Bandit bridge, fighting Yukimaru. And it looked like the nigga making quick work of his ass, like, honestly, and I was fucking with it, you know, as a Zoro fanboy, I'm super fucking with it, like, fuck that nigga up, bro, I do not care. Zoro's, you know, basically asking him, like, yo, what the fuck you trying to do with all these swords? Like, what are you doing with all these weapons? Why are you taking them from these people? Like, what's going on? Yukimaru's like, no, I'm not gonna give you back your blade because it's sacred. And he makes mention that, you know, when the blade first got stolen, it brought the wrath of the sword god upon all the villages. And I don't know if he meant that literally or if he's like kind of oblivious to everything that's happening in Wano. Like, because as you know, as soon as we got introduced, like came to Wano, it's kind of been thrown in our face that Kaido's factories and all of the shit that he's done, him and Orochi have done, it's been the shit that fucked up all of these villages. But he seems to think, or he's saying that it's a sword god. So is it an actual person that's fucking these places up? Or is it an entity? Or is he tweaking? Like, I don't know. That's something that was really interesting to me. But my boy Zoro can't get a fucking 1v1 to save his life. Kawamatsu jumps in. And during their fight again, Zoro once again has to protect himself against two niggas at the same time. And that shit is fucking crazy. But you know, Zoro that nigga, so he with all the shits. Kawamatsu breaks up the fight like, look, you two niggas not trying to kill each other. So, you know what I'm saying, y'all should stop this. Like, why are y'all fighting? Y'all being lames. And then Hiyori immediately recognizes him, you know, she calls out his name. He didn't recognize her or looked like, who the fuck? Who are you? Like, how do you know my name? And what's funny is Zoro looked at him and was like, is that a fish man? And I don't know if that's Oda confirming, like, my theory that that nigga is actually just a fish man, that, you know what I'm saying, Wano doesn't really just know about fishmen, so they wouldn't know that that's a fishman. They're gonna actually think that's a monster. So I think that, you know, that might, like, he might be alluding to that, or maybe not. Maybe he really is like a Kappa creature, and we just don't know. But if so, thank you, Oda, for fucking with me, because I'm that nigga. Hiyori's basically crying in his arms, like, oh my god, I missed you, this, that, and the third. You know, where have you been? Basically explaining a story that I'm assuming we're going to get more background on in the future on what happened. Like, how did her and Kawamatsu get split apart? I'm assuming there was an incident where, this is before she became a prostitute or whatever. I'm assuming there was an incident where it was either, I guess, presented to her, where it's, you know, him or me. And she was kind of speaking to not wanting to see him starve, and like she knew he was like on his like last limb and stuff like that, so she ended up running away. So I don't know. It kind of leads me to believe, like, she just got older and was like, you know what, he been taking care of me. I haven't seen him eat. He's looking sick, like this, that, and the third. So let me just go off and try to find shit on my own. Or was it a situation where like Orochi or Kyoshiro came to her and was like, look, either you know what I'm saying, come with us and rat this nigga out, or, oh, you know what I'm saying, we gonna kill him, like, or some shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that was kind of the situation, but I'm interested to learn kind of, you know, what happened with that dynamic. Only because I fuck with Kawamatsu. I do like his character, yo to the noops. So just as an auxiliary to him, I fuck with this Hiyori backstory a little bit. Cutting from there, we kind of go back to Onigashima, where, you know, Kaido and Big Mom are going at it. Fucking Queen and everybody else is like underneath the floor that they're on, but still in the castle, just like kind of like going crazy. Like, what the fuck? They're gonna destroy this island? Like, it's not gonna last. Queen funny as fuck. Like, this is the part of the chapter that's fucking hilarious. Like, Queen's like, because everyone's trying to leave, and Queen is saying to them, like, what the fuck? Why would we leave when our boss is fighting? Like, our captain's fighting. Y'all some bitches. But then he says, but what I will do is check on Udon. And they all like, nigga, you try to get the fuck up out of here too. Like, stop. Bro, Queen funny as hell, bro. Like, it's so funny because when we saw him, he was kind of introduced as a very serious character, and then when we got to like know his personality, he came off to me like a pimp, but he was still like with the shits. Like, he didn't give me those goofy ass scary nigga vibes that he giving me now. Now he giving me the goofy ass scary nigga vibes, and I'm like, you the same nigga that stopped Luffy punching? Like, are you the same nigga that did that? Like, are you? Is it really just that Big Mom is so much more stronger than him? Or is it just that whenever he's put in a situation with a nigga that's stronger, or the motherfucker that's stronger than him, that he fold? You know what I'm saying? But that shit was fucking funny. So Udon calls Queen to say, and it's the elephant nigga. I'm always short for his name. But the elephant nigga calls him to say, hey, no, you know, we good here. And like, Queen's like, yo, I know I took hella people. Like, you need me to send some people back. But this is like Queen's way of like trying to get the fuck away from Onigashima because shit going crazy there. They're like, no, we're fine. But Queen's responses kind of to me gave me more of like, nah, there's some crazy shit going on. Because he was like, when they basically explained, hey, no, Luffy Kid and all those other rambunctious people got put back in cells. He's like, okay. And then it was like, you sure you don't want me to come? And then they hung up. Well, we don't know if the conversation continued, but the next panel is call ended. So assuming that they hung up, I'm thinking in my head, Queen gonna show up. Like, it's too much shit going right for the Straw Hats and the Mink and the fucking Samurai and Ninja Pirate Alliance. Like, it's too much good shit happening for them in this arc for me to think that Queen not gonna show up and throw it, or something is gonna happen to throw a wrench in the plan. It's just way too much shit going on. Cut back to Udon prison, where, you know, Luffy's healed and all of the samurai are healed, and we get introduced to Yakuza members that kind of they all ran their own city or village rather in Wano. So we got introduced to them. I'm not gonna lie to you, aside from the sneaky buddy with the little hat that's like broken hat or whatever, the rest of them I really didn't give too much of a fuck about, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, we knew like, I called it when everybody was kind of focusing on that chapter where, you know, shit was breaking loose and they kind of focused on dude that was like who was him, the guy with the broken hat. I called it like he's probably one of the Yakuza members. It's cool that, you know, they all have their own region, so, you know, a theory could be that, you know, they're all going to command a different army in their region. They're all going to go to their different places. We have bases in all of these places. Like, again, this is adding more to the fact that they have too much good shit going for them. Like, this is 3,500 soldiers are now theirs. Like, you have all these captains, you have all these strong samurai. Like, y'all looking stacked against Kaido. Like, it's something has to go wrong, and I'm just waiting for that shit to go wrong. It's either all not gonna fucking matter at the end, like we think that they stacked, but then it's like these niggas is really actually super overpowered, or some shit gonna go completely wrong, and I just don't know what that is. Udon contacts Kinemon. So Udon is about to contact Kinemon, who is at that dock. So Kinemon's at the dock, and we basically learned that Shutenmaru was the one who stole their the maps or the blueprints to Onigashima Tower, because obviously he'd been planning to get back at them niggas at some point as well. So it would make sense that he had them. So we find out that he has that, but since Udon contacted them, he's now filling them in. Raizo's filling Kinemon in on everything that's happened, like All the people are free. We now control Udon. We got all these soldiers. Like, all of that shit, which again stacks to more, you know, to what I've been saying. It's looking like Luffy and them is stacked against Kaido. Like, where's the downfall? In this conversation, you know, we get the kind of the revelation that yes, we have all of these niggas, but all of these niggas need weapons and they don't have any. So they either gonna fight with swords or spears. We need to get that for them niggas. And I think that was kind of a key point in this chapter, where it kind of connects to the things that we're getting with Zoro and Yukimaru. At least I think that's what Oda's trying to make us look at, but I think it's going to play out a different way. Yes, Yukimaru has a whole bunch of fucking weapons. So I'm assuming Oda is driving us in a direction where we're thinking, all right, they have 35,000 soldiers that need weapons. Zoro's going to get cool with Yukimaru, and he's going to come to the cause, because towards the end of the chapter, we learn something about Yukimaru, and now the swords are ours. Boom. Or the weapons are ours. Boom. But I really don't think it's going to work out that way. After his conversation with Raizo, Kinemon basically says that he's going to like this braided hat village or something like that to set up his own base of operations. And we cut back to Zoro at Yukimaru at the bridge with Kawamatsu. Hiyori's, you know, spilling all the beans about the backstory and why she left. Kawamatsu, you know, basically forgives her. Yeah, no, it's cool. And then it looks like I don't know if these are actual bandits or like random ass niggas, or if these are Kaido's army. But they come, they shoot, you know what I'm saying? They up the Thuli on Yukimaru, like, hey, you gonna give us back all them fucking weapons you stole from us. We need them shits, like, we on your ass. Zoro and Kawamatsu basically make quick fucking work of them. And then fucking Yukimaru runs away again, like he did when Zoro fought Killer. But this time, we get shown his face, and he's crying, saying, you know what I'm saying, Kawamatsu, I'm so happy you're all right. Like, so, and then the chapter ends there. So it's like, oh, okay, so you know these niggas. Now that kind of throws a little bit, I don't want to say it throws a wrench in there, but it kind of throws my mind for a loop, because I didn't expect them to, I don't want to say I didn't expect them to know him, but I was expecting the Zoro Yukimaru relationship to be something completely separate from the entire scheme of Wano and them fighting, us fighting, you know, Kaido and Orochi. I thought it was just going to be more of a history of Wano type of situation that didn't necessarily need to involve Luffy or the plot. But obviously I know Oda, he's going to tie shit in some way. So yes, Yukimaru knows fucking Kawamatsu to some extent. I don't know if he just was a fan of them. I don't know if he was tasked with, you know, keeping up with all of their weapons while they were gone, or what have you. I have no fucking clue. What I don't think he is, I don't think he's Denjiro. Which was something I know a lot of people, it probably came to a lot of people's mind, like, oh shit, he damn near Denjiro. Like, nah, I don't think that's the case. But I am interested to find out kind of what, like, how their relationship is gonna tie in. It seemed like Zoro was going to chase him, but I don't know if he is. I don't know if he's ready to leave Hiyori with Kawamatsu. If anything, next chapter it'll probably be like, you know, okay, yeah, this is Kawamatsu. You've grouped with him, and then basically say, no, I need to go get my sword. You can look after her. I'm done looking after her. You know, Zoro, that type of nigga. I'm done looking after her. I need to go. And then we can start kind of like this Zoro, you know, the Zoro story arc, basically, which I'm super fucking with. But another question that needs to be answered is, why the fuck was Kawamatsu there in the first place? Like, did he come there to meet him? He definitely didn't come there to meet Hiyori, because unless Hiyori was like, wherever he's headed to is a place Hiyori already like goes to and frequents or whatever. Like, maybe he definitely was. Like, I remember after Zoro passed out, they were in a house, but I don't know if that was like Hiyori's like hideout, for sure hideout, or just a place that they found. I have no fucking clue. If he was heading for it didn't seem like he was heading for Hiyori, because his reaction just wasn't like, oh, I've been looking for you, or here you are. It was kind of weird. So because my original theory was that he was looking for Hitetsu, who, while I'm mentioning Hitetsu, I think Hitetsu is actually going to play more of a role in supplying the weapons than Yukimaru is. I could be wrong there, but I'll stand on that hill. I don't think that Oda's going to be as obvious with the whole weapons thing as he was with Hiyori. Please don't be that obvious, bro. What I will say generally, I would have liked to see more of, you know, this kind of scuffle with Yukimaru than we did get. But it, like I said in the beginning, kind of it looked like Zoro was making quick work of that nigga. Like he was sitting on that nigga's stomach, like, hey, you know what I'm saying, with the sword at his face. You feel what I'm saying? But you know, I all this skipping around shit is kind of throwing me, and I've complained about this on my channel a whole lot. Like all of these off screens, I know he's gonna pay them back in some way, but it just sucks reading week to week, getting off screen, off screen, off screen. So it's like you hype off screen, tease off screen, tease off screen. Like, come on, you know what I'm saying? Like, give me something, Oda. But overall, I'll give this chapter about a 4.5 out of 5. It was a really solid chapter, and I am a Zoro stan, so I'm always gonna get some Zoro shit. I'm very excited for the Zoro journey. I'm ready for him to learn about all these cursed fucking swords. I'm ready for him to learn about Shusui. I'm ready for him to learn about whatever the fuck the sword god is. And I'm happy to see that Kawamatsu and Hiyori reunited, because it kind of closes that chapter or opens that chapter for Hiyori, depending on how Oda wants to go with it for this arc. I'm hoping to still get our fucking backstory for Rocks Pirates. If anything, if they stay with Zoro for the next couple chapters, I'm super cool with that. But I have high hopes for this Rocks Pirates backstory. Other than that, like I said, I super fuck with the chapter. Like, comment, subscribe. Fuck with your boy Sensei Lay Glove. Let me know what you thought of my review. Let me know what you thought of the chapter. You can comment down below. We can have a conversation about it. Or you can hit me on Twitter at Sensei Lay Glove, or Instagram at Sensei Lay Glove. I'm very vocal on either one of those. I can fuck with you guys. Other than that, if you have anything else you want to holler at me about, feel free to drop it in the comments. Sensei Lay Glove, out.